I never will forget. The teacher was sitting there in front of the class for an hour straight, giving an instruction to this big project that was worth half the grade. I was surprised then, at the end of the class period, no one has really asked enough valuable questions. So when the assignment was due and had to be presented in front of the class, there was all types of people presenting the wrong information. They was on a different topic. They they were like as if they never heard the instruction. When the teacher gave them their grade, they were upset. They was cussing the teacher out, telling the teacher that they were no good, asking the teacher why. And this is the same thing that we do in every aspect of our life in which instruction is given. I hear something in the spirit. You lean into your own understanding about instruction, you will reap destruction. Let's turn the pages. Second Timothy verse 3 and 16. It says all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable, meaning it's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction, and righteousness. Now it says the scriptures are inspired by God Himself and it's of profit. Is sound doctrine. Not it can be. It is sound doctrine. It is designed to reproof, for correction, and instruction. Now this is evidence of the ordination of the scripture. It's presented to us as the teacher is presented in the classroom. You see that the teacher is there. You see here that the scripture is inspired by God. So God inspired scripture is official authority. And the teacher's standpoint in the classroom is of an official authority. Now switching from classroom teaching into the teaching of God, if God has instructed a lot of things in His Word and we go against the instruction, then we ask God, well, why are we broke? Then we add, well, there can't be a God because I'm broke. Without even considering that you can't have sense because you messed up the instruction, you want to assume that it was his fault or he doesn't even exist. For that matter, you say to yourself, well, how can God exist if I'm living in the current conditions that I am living in? Maybe it's because you don't know how to follow instructions. Maybe if you tried to follow the instructions, then you will get the end results in which you have concluded that you need to get. For example, I'm sick on my deathbed. I'm weak. My flesh is, is hurting. And I need healing. See, I'm going to tell y'all the truth about things. I'm in the bed and I'm just sick. Then people come to me and say, "Oh, we feel so bad for you. God is going to bless you and heal you. I am praying for God's grace on your healing, that God will give you the healing that you need." Well, I'm sorry to say that you won't. Not if you can't follow the instruction of healing. Then how can you reach the desired effect on healing? I'm going to say that again. If you cannot follow the written or the spoken statement of what must be done, especially delivered formally with official authority or as an order or as a teaching in a particular subject or skill, or the facts of skills taught during the act or the process or the profession of the teaching, if you cannot follow the instructions, then how can you reap the benefit? Sometimes we take our own understanding. We don't ask no questions. We just take what we learned, what we thought we heard, and we make it to where it's more comfortable for us. Then we expect to get the grade or the help. In Proverbs, let me give you the direct. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 7 through 8, and it reads, "Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones." So as I'm laying there, yeah, it sounds good when Minister so and so comes in my room and tells me that by God's grace I'm going to be healed, and by His strength and by His stripes I'm going to be healed. But what Minister so and so failed to mention is that I have to depart from evil. So thus his instruction, which was none, is for me to just sit there and expect God to help me, has made me feel good because there's no instruction I have to follow. He's just telling me that I should just expect to feel healthy. But then Minister such and such comes in and sheds a whole different light on my condition. Such and such has told me that I must follow the instruction of departing from any evil way, and that will bring health into my flesh, the strength into my bones. Now I get upset with Pastor such and such. Well, why are you telling me this? I'm giving you the official instruction in which you can get the results that you need.